Okay, moving right along. I'm Patrick Kincaid. Welcome back. Now we're talking about lesson 6.05. Man, we're just plugging away here one after another. This one's dialing in your product search using Helium10 black box. And as I alluded to back in that lesson 6.02 when we were learning about places to search, black box. This is where the rubber meets the road as far as using actual Amazon data and using the power of the software to find product niche market ideas, right? And such a powerful tool Helium10 black box is, because we're able to limit through filters. We're able to set our own research criteria before we push hunt, right? Before we push search, we can set that research criteria as we see fit, so that all the ideas that are coming back to us will be, what we're looking for in the wheelhouse that we're operating in, okay? So, 3 points to this one for dialing in your product search using Helium10 black box. First, the powerful Helium10 database. I'm going to talk about that a bit, okay? Second, I'm going to introduce you to the 5 different search tabs and go through each one of those and explain how to use those each individually, at what times in your business hunting, what times in your product hunting and niche hunting, when you want to use each of those tabs. Really going to be really useful to be able to really pinpoint certain types of product ideas and niche ideas at certain times using the various powerful tabs within the black box platform, okay? And then we're going to do a real live black box walkthrough, going through all those, okay? So, without further ado, let's get busy. So Helium10 black box, real quickly, where you can find that is when you open up your Helium10 app, then under product research, you can see it there on the black box. You can also click on it on the main home page over there on the upper right hand corner, or wherever they move that to over the years. Of course, the layout of the home page changes constantly, as does everything. But that's 2 places where you can find it. So if you need yourself a copy of black box or Helium10 to be able to use black box, then as I've said before, you can go ahead and go to masterprivatelabel.com/academy/resources, and you can find that there, or you can find it in the resources down here in the course page if you are in fact taking the course right now. Okay, so black box has 5 different ways you can search to get information on products and potential product ideas, okay? So the black box app, Helium10's been storing a database full of products, and they also tune into Amazon real time through the back door, and so they have access to hundreds of millions of products data, okay? So at any given time, you can really harness the power of data acquisition using black box. Now, specifically, black box is for 2 different types of researchers. So either a new seller who's looking for either a one-off product or looking for a niche of similar market products, or perhaps you're an existing seller and you want to expand your product line in a specific niche or market, or you could be coming in from off Amazon on some other e-commerce channel, such as your own store or Walmart or eBay or the likes. So that's the 2 different types of sellers who will be using this tool, and I'm going to go break down the 5 different search types moving forward from here. So as you can see in the black box app itself, you have those 5 search types, and we want to keep, they are products, keywords, competitors, niche, and product targeting. I'm going to again run through a live demo of each one of these real quickly. I would also suggest that you check out the Learn tab in black box, and I'm going to assign that to you here at the end of the lesson if you want to learn about any one of these tabs when you're in there playing around. Okay, so those 5 search types, as you can see here, they're set up to where you can search for different types of products by inputting different types of criteria. Okay, so for instance, that first one, the products tab, you're actually looking through sales data, and you're looking for products maybe with good revenue, price, or a rating that you have determined is best for your hunting and where you're at. So you could search for products such as, I want to look for everything in the catalog under the arts, crafts, and sewing category with $5,000 monthly revenue minimum and a $10 sales price minimum with 50 reviews max. Okay, so this is only going to deliver in this tab, in the products tab, it's only going to deliver you individual products. So it's not going to show you groups of products. It's not going to show you market keywords or anything of the likes. Those are to come in the other tabs. But this one is if you just want to find single products selling on Amazon that match this criteria that you put in there. Now, a lot of sellers, they default to this first tab, and they think if they find one product that meets their criteria, then perhaps that's a good niche to go into. However, every single niche or market within Amazon, no matter how competitive it is and no matter what the average selling price is, no matter what the search volume is, they all will have a product, many of them, that will meet your criteria. So you're not actually finding a good product that has low competition by using this tab. But this is good to get the juices flowing and get some ideas coming forth, and then you can expand your search even more after you get some ideas. Okay, the second one there is one of my favorites, and this is this is the keywords tab, and this actually allows you to search by the main component, which is search volume. With keywords, how you can really know that you've found a good keyword that accurately describes a certain market and has enough traffic is by the search volume that keyword has. How many people per month sit down at their computers or on their phones and type in that keyword in order to find whatever they're looking for. So if that's 3,000 a month, then if you take, let's say, 10% of those that come to the page, you're ranking top of the page. If you take 10% of those per month, then you could potentially get 300 sales a month, 10 sales a day, and you may have yourself a good product idea there. So this is delivering, unlike the product tab, the keywords tab is delivering us into a keyword, or as I often call keywords, a market. Okay, so you could search like, give me all in the arts, craft, and sewing category. I want to find any product, any keyword that has between 2,000 and 10,000 monthly searches. Okay, so I'm going to go into live demo on this pretty quick. Real quick, the next tab is the third one there, the competitors tab. Now, this helps us to find our most relevant competitors within my niche, or maybe some up and coming in my market. And this is getting into perhaps you have an existing brand of products and you're wanting to do further research on either your market as it exists now to make sure that your current product that you are selling is offering all that it needs to in the way of the imagery or your listing details, or even perhaps you want to launch an accessory to it. And this is where you could look for a competitor's ASIN or your own ASIN, and you could research or spy on your own market and see all the other competitors that are meeting similar criteria that you put in for that one ASIN that you put in there. Okay, more on that in a minute. Okay, so the fourth tab is the niche tab. And this is looking for products that broadly match a keyword. So again, we're not looking for certain keywords or new keywords like in the keywords tab. We're looking for products of a specific keyword. So we already know our keyword. We put that in the search, and we want to look for products that broadly match that keyword. So in other words, we're looking within that market, within that keyword, within that niche. And maybe we want to find something that's less expensive, between $10 and $15 within our niche, and find a winning idea, then this is the tab that we could use. So we could search for activity playmat for baby, for instance, and we could limit the search to anything in that search that's under $15. We may find some accessories that we could add to our existing playmat, right? Okay. The last tab, this one is really great for existing sellers, and it's the product targeting. And this gives us 3 different types of results, and it can tell you, like, mostly the most useful part of this is the products frequently bought together. So you could put in and look for customers that buy activity playmat for baby, for instance. What else do they buy? Okay, and this could really give you some insight into another product that you could add to your existing line of products, say your activity playmat, and this could really tell you what products that customers may be buying already along with the playmat. So if you maybe bundle that with your playmat or offer a new listing of just that new product, you know that your customers who are already buying your playmat may want to buy this other product. That's real useful. It also helps us find unique products to target in PPC, and also if you want to create some new bundles, help there. Okay, that's a quick breakdown on the 5 tabs. I'm going to go in and do a live demo on these, but first I want to show you kind of revisit one of the tabs that we have in our Pi workbook from before on the research criteria, and just kind of take a quick peek at that to revisit and get an idea of to get reacquainted with search volume and other components of your research criteria. So as you can see here on our MPL product ideation and extraction workbook, or the Pi, we had gone through all these tabs in order to find ideas for our niche or product ideas, markets to look in. We have the Amazon product data sheet here where we can start recording product ideas. You probably already have some here because perhaps you've been pulling ideas from your deep dive on Amazon or from off of Amazon, like we ran you through in past lessons. I went ahead and copied sheet 3 from our Run Your Numbers workbook over, and sheet 3 was the product research criteria. And we've explained these various criteria, but if you look down, all the way down here at the bottom where it says determine your criteria example, you can see here that there's really a difference to be found in the way we search for products. We don't have to fall in line with all of these same criteria that you find on 90% of the teachings and the courses and the gurus and the blog posts and the YouTube videos out on the internet about selling on Amazon and how to search for a product, how to determine what criteria to look for. We don't have to just find a product that sells between $15 and $40, that we're going to sell 10 a day to get 300 a month in order to get our a good profit range. Okay, you don't have to stick with those criteria. You know, smaller than a shoebox, low priced, less than 2 pounds. Those criteria that you hear so often. You don't have to necessarily stick with those, and I'll show you why. It's real simple math here, but unless you really take a peek at this, a lot of people don't realize. They just go based on what they hear and learn out on the internet, and that's why you're here taking this course, so you can learn a little bit more in depth, some options that you could take a stab at. Okay, so looking at that, if we go for a product that's got a sales price of $40, and we're going for that 10 sales a day, so we could get, so at 25% net profit, then at $40, that would be our $10 profit per product. If we go 10 a day, that's $100 per day, times 30 days would be $3,000, or a total revenue of $12,000 per month. Okay, so if your revenue goal from your Running the Numbers sheet is $3,000 per month net revenue, then you need, at 25% profit margin, then you need to sell $12,000 revenue per month. Okay, So a product that's sold for $40 and sold 10 a day would get you there. But what if you went for a higher priced product and sold less of them? So you had to sell less units and get the same revenue. There's a good chance that there's a lot of people that aren't going to go into this market with a $100 price tag on a product because it's going to cost them, $25, $30 to source that per unit. And they're thinking, well, I can't afford that. However, if you only have to sell 120 units a month to compete in that, in the top 10 or 20 of that market, if you only have to sell 4 a month, then your sales revenue is going to meet you're going to meet your sales revenue goals, and you're not going to have to stock as many units per month over the course of the next 3 months. And so it's going to cost you not $100. It's not going to be, you're not going to need to order 500 units of a product that's going to cost you $25 or $10,000 worth of product. You can possibly get away with ordering, 150 units, let's say, at $25, and you're under $5,000 for your product order. And nobody else, so many other sellers have not gone for those higher priced products. You can take it even more extreme and go for a $200 price tag product and order even less and still meet your revenue goals. So this is just a quick demonstration as to you don't have to be stuck in the box with everybody else. You can think outside of it and really get some of the same results that you're looking for or better. And what's nice about products like this is there's a lot less competition in higher priced, larger products that sell fewer units a day, because if people aren't looking at their numbers correctly, then they're not going to see these opportunities here. They're not going to also see that the average reviews for products like this are almost always way less than a product that's $40 sales price in the same market, okay? Or in a similar market or in a similar category. Okay, so let's jump in and do a live demo on Black Box. What do you say? That's why we're here. Lesson 7, Black Box. All right, let's get busy. Check it out. Okay, so I'm going into Helium10. I'm going to go to product research and Black Box. Again, I could find it over here. As you can see here, it's moved. I could click here or I could click here. So going into Black Box, we are shown those 5 tabs. And the first one we have, we're just going to get right into it, is products. And so in this one, I'm going to go ahead and look up in baby. I want to perhaps search for, let's say my monthly revenue I'm looking for is minimum 12,000. Let's say that price tag is, let's say I want to find something over $40, right? That's perhaps a little bit less competitive. And let's say I want the max reviews to be 200. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click search. This gives us 200 plus products found. So over 200 products found within baby meeting these criteria. Anytime you get 200 results returned here, you need to change your metrics so you get less than 200. You don't want to look through 200 plus product ideas. You want to narrow it down to get a little bit smaller of a pool of products to look at, so you can really get down there deep. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lower this review count to a maximum of 50. See what that gets us. Okay, we're still at 200 products in baby, over $40 with a review count of 50 or less. Okay, let's look real extreme here. Who's come into the new markets and who's selling product in baby with less than 10 reviews? So they're brand new sellers. They don't have any reviews at all, but they're still making $12,000 a month revenue. This right here can show you where some people or some sellers have come in and are doing really well with their product, having just launched. Now, as I said before, this products tab, it's it's cool to go in here and use this to maybe perhaps get some ideas on products that you, or markets that you could possibly go into, but you would have to explore further, okay? So for instance, on this product right here on top, under cloth pocket diapers, you'd want to go out and search on Amazon for cloth pocket diapers, because let's say you're wanting to really see the market. Go out here and search on cloth pocket diapers, and you could use, you can take a look at here and see who else is selling in this market and really dive deeper into your research in order to determine if this is a good idea or not. But as you can see right out of the gates, cloth pocket diapers, while that one seller back here in black box is doing so with 0 reviews, is supposedly selling $74,000 in monthly revenue, they are in a market that has 4-digit review sellers in the top 3 positions here. And then you got one here at 56, and you got another 4-digit. I mean, this is just really competitive. At least the cloth pocket diapers search term is really competitive when it comes to a review count, okay? So just because you found one product that may be under 10 reviews on this page, that does not mean that this is going to be a great product idea. We like to look again at entire markets within one niche. And even if you're doing a one-off product where you're just finding one product randomly to sell on your Amazon store, you still want to look at the entire market for that product, for that one product idea. And here, using the black box, this is only going to give you a result of one of those on the front page that are meeting your criteria. So if we go to the next tab, the keywords tab, this is a little bit, well, this is my favorite tab to use here in black box, but this is a great place to go look for ideas for a market that you can launch a product in, and or check out your existing market and really find something that will do well for you, okay? So on this one, we really want to search by search volume. And with keywords, remember, you want to know which keywords are hunted for a lot on Amazon. And a lot is a very subjective word, but I've found what we like to look for is words that perhaps sell for, or that are searched between 1,000 and 15,000 times a month. We like 1,000 because it's over the lower threshold. There can be a lot of variation if you get under 1,000 searches a month. The Helium10 data, the search volume data, is really good. But anything under 1,000, or under 500 even, they can really vary as to how many people are actually searching for them. So we like to start at 1,000. That 1,000 search volume is right around 3 sales per day. Now this varies depending on the category you're looking in, but 3 sales a day, if we were going to do a $100 product, let's say, that might meet your revenue goals. So a search volume of 1,000 is pretty decent. That's 1,000 people a month. If you took 10% of that market, you got into the top 10 and you're ranking really well. If you took 10% of that 1,000 search volume, then you would have 100 buyers a month. And on your $100 product, you're at $10,000 sales, right? So 1,000 minimum, and we like to go 15,000 max. And mind you, don't do exactly what I'm saying. This is just giving you a good starting point. You may find that between 3,000 and 7,000 is a better range for you and for your category that you're hunting in. Okay, so home and kitchen, for instance, you're going to have a lot more higher search volume terms in there. So you may be able to find one that's lower search volume that can do well. Okay, so I'm going to put between 1,000 search volume and 15,000 search volume. Let's remember, I want my $12,000 monthly revenue. I don't have to put anything in here. You could just start with search volume. But let's see what that gives us. Okay, so Keywords between 1,000 and 15,000 search volume with a monthly revenue of $12,000 max. 200 plus products found. Well, that's because I didn't put a category. Again, let's just say that we are interested in the baby category or the arts, crafts, and sewing category, and which are two popular ones we've been looking at recently. And let's research that. Well, I left my search volume and my monthly revenue the same. We're still getting 200 plus products found, okay? So lots of opportunity there that meet these criteria. You know, what if we brought this down to 10,000? Now, the reason we don't go 50,000 search volume is because once you get up over, we have found over 15,000 search volume on a market term, a search term, it gets a little bit too competitive. It requires way too much promotions and way too much inventory, more than you may want to start out with to get going in that market. Now, if you have deep pockets or you have a nice set of investment cash ready to spend on this, then perhaps you want to go for a higher search volume word. But those are harder to break into and much less, you know, they are a lot harder to compete in with a higher search volume market because there's so much traffic going in there. It looks really attractive to bigger sellers. Okay, I lowered it to 10,000. Let's see if that's getting us under 200. We're still at 200 plus. Well, let's just take this. I want stuff between 3,000 and 5,000. Let's see what that gets us. Still 200 products plus. All right. Let's say I want my price. Talking about that $100 price tag. Still 200 products. Let's say I want a max review of 50. 1. We went down from 200 to 1. So there's one search term with the average search volume between 3,000 and 5,000, 4057. That'll make you a monthly revenue of a minimum of $12,000, and that's average, at a price of $100 or more with less than 50 reviews, average. And so as you can see here, eco-epoxy, hard to believe that there's 4,357 people searching for eco-epoxy a month, but there is. So we narrowed it down to one idea. Now, you could probably take this up to 200 and get more ideas. Yep, 13 phrases found, okay? So as you can see here, as you play with these numbers and these entry points up here, you can really get to different numbers of keywords that meet your criteria, and then you can really start diving into each of these. So toddler tower kitchen helper, Beaver order, like what are these? A lot of these you're going to see are brand names. Nug smasher, okay, don't know what that is. K40 laser cutter, there's the eco-epoxy. Papa baby stroller, Bever heat press, mug press sublimation, sewing cabinets. Sewing cabinets, interesting. So maybe that looks attractive to you. Its price is higher on the average, but maybe there's a way to get into this market and sell maybe an accessory to sewing cabinets. Maybe there's a lot of accessories that need to go with sewing cabinets, and you can really use this as a jumping off point to find an idea. Here's an airbrush booth as a search term, as a keyword that has got a decent search volume, selling over your 12,000, and has reviews that are relatively low. Okay, so really what you want to do is you want to go in here and really sort it out as to what kind of searches you can do. And you know, while I work with my clients live on the fly, I quite often will help them through these, dialing it in to make sure that we meet the research criteria that we have determined ahead of time. Okay, our third tab, competitors. Now this one is just what it says. We're going to be looking at perhaps our competitors, or we could even look at our own listing. So this is really helpful for either looking at a competitor within a market that you're considering, or maybe one of those keywords that you found. you want to now go look at the top competitors in there and see what other products that are sold in the keywords that they are ranking for, or you want to look at your own and see what your competitors are doing within your market. So what we can do is pull an ASIN from anywhere, from any search that we're doing. So if we go back to the Activity Gym for Baby page, for instance, if we search Activity Gym for Baby, then let's say we want to go in here and we want to say, okay, so in Activity Gym for Baby, who's some of the top sellers here that may have a product in the price range that we want to investigate, maybe coming into this market? Let's say that we want to spend under 50 bucks, or right around 50 bucks. Then we can come here and we can look at these top sellers here. And there's one here for 50, for 49. There's some down here for 39, 59, 55, 47. So as you can see, there's some that are under 50 in the top 10, and there's some that are over 50 in the top 10. So let's just pick the ASIN on this guy here and go into Black Box and search for that here. We're going to keep it locked into baby. Not super crucial you do that, but let's do a search and see what competitors. First of all, it's finding all the competitors for that ASIN. Give me a second for it to pull its data. This is the most laborious search for Helium10's black box tool to do. I've found that this one takes usually the longest to get the results we need to. They're going and looking at not just the keywords for one product, but they're looking at all the competitors' products as well. So as you can see here, they found 115 competitors to this ASIN, based upon no criteria we put in here. Okay, so let's say you want to find, of their competitors, we want 50 to $100 products. So mind you, we have 115 total competitors for this product. If I limit it to only those products that are over 50, then we get 41 products found. You see, we went down from 115 to 41. Okay, so if you're looking for a product similar to this one, maybe a new idea, or you want to see your competitors, if you're selling yours for, let's say, 60 bucks and you want to see everybody who's in that price range, then this is a good way to pull that up. Now, with this, you can scroll down here and you can really use this to spy on your competition and see what else is being offered. Perhaps you see a new idea that you can launch, really similar price tag within this market that stands out. Like if this is the only flat playmat that we see amongst these competitors, then you could see that that might be a good idea to launch your own flat playmat within this market. Okay? So again, you can narrow this criteria down and down and down and really see more and more refined search to really nail down looking at your totally relevant competitors to you. Okay, so if you put what yours was selling for and what your review count was and all that, you can really see who you're competing with right now and what you could do to beat them. Okay, the next tab is the niche tab, and this one real quick is looking. So we're not going to find a keyword, we're not going to find a niche, but we already have a niche and we want to look at everything within that niche based upon the keyword. So let's say we put in here Activity Gym for Baby, and we want to look within that niche. It found 181 products within the Activity Gym for Baby search niche. Now let's say you wanted to go Activity Gym for Baby, you wanted to see if there's any accessories in your niche or lower priced products ideas that you could launch within your niche. Then you could put a max price of say $20 here and go see if there is any ideas. And lo and behold, we have 16 products found that sell for under $20 in this niche or keyword. Okay, so as you can see, maybe some accessories to the playmat ideas are here for you. Maybe the blow up water playmat is an idea that you could get onto next, and this is really a good way to see that. The snot sucker. Okay, well, for some reason that is showing up. People who are buying activity playmats, they're also buying the snot sucker because they're ranking for that keyword. That's why it's showing up here. Okay, that's fascinating. All right, the last tab we're going to go to is the product targeting. And this one is a gold mine for if you have an existing brand, an existing product, you want to expand out, and you may say you want to create a bundle with your existing product, or maybe a bundle of a couple of products that are similar to yours. This is where you can really get some insight into what's going on. So let's say this product here was your product, okay? Let's say you were this Baby Einstein product. I'm going to copy this ASIN. I'm going to go back and pop it in here. And what this is going to give us is a few different pieces of information that will be really helpful. I'm going to pick baby. You can tell us 3 different things, okay? So those 3 different things are frequently bought together, Amazon suggested, or customer also bought. So let's say we want to look at all 3 of those. Things that meet all 3 of those criteria, or let's just do frequently bought together first, okay? Let's say we want to see all the items that are frequently bought together along with this ASIN in baby. 6 products found. That's great. So for this product, this playmat that we're pretending is ours, there are 6 products listed that are frequently bought together with it. And so as you can see here, maybe these teether keys go well with the Activity Gym playmat. Maybe you could hang some, maybe you could make some keys that also hang from your playmat and bundle those with your playmat, or offer them as an additional purchase. Because this one doesn't have teether keys on it, but maybe you want to add it as an accessory that people who already bought your product or who bought somebody else's playmat can add these teether keys to their playmat. And here you have a potential product idea. And these are selling total for the market 32,000 monthly sales. Total reviews 40,944. So what you'd want to do is go in here and look at your actual product market, which was over here under Activity Gym, and see, is there anybody else in here who has the teether keys that can detach and be used off of the mat with the baby? And if not, perhaps you bundle it with your playmat, or you offer it as another accessory. And you could come in here and rank with those teether keys, and they could show up here because you know they're already frequently bought together with these types of products. And you could run promos to rank for that keyword in this market, and you already know that people are going to buy it because they're already buying it together with your product in that market. You could just as easily put someone else's ASIN in here. It doesn't matter. If you're considering a market, maybe, and this is a good way to find other product ideas that aren't exactly that ASIN that you put in there. You could use the same type of search for Amazon suggested and customers also bought. So customer also bought seems like it'd be the same as frequently bought together, but it is a little bit different. Let's see what that gives us. If I click that one, a lot more, because people are obviously buying a lot more things. It's looking at what they're buying as well that's not that's not necessarily always bought with that by multiple people. Okay. So customers also bought these other items, and there's the teaser keys again at the top. And maybe you're already selling your playmat. Maybe next you could go into selling a swaddle, right? So these gives you ideas that complement your existing products that people are buying along with this product. Okay. So that covers the 5 different tabs in Blackbox. Again, you need to go in there, you need to play around, you need to do some hunting, and which happens to be our action item number 1, go explore Blackbox. Okay? Get in there, explore Blackbox, use that learn area where you can go watch a lot of videos that they have put up teaching you the ins and outs, more so than I have today, on using Blackbox. I know this has been a long lesson today, but the Blackbox tool, it really is 5 different lessons you just got, because I kind of walked you through each of those different tabs and how you could put those to use for you. I just touched the tip of the iceberg. It's just most important for you to get a good handle on the research criteria options that you could be looking for, the price of the product, as well as the, make sure you're getting the right revenue out of whatever products you find here in Blackbox. And that you can really spend hours and hours in here, and you really do need to spend time in here using Blackbox in order to get the most power that it has to offer. Okay, so action item number 1, go ahead and run the filters in any and all of the 5 tabs, depending on where you're at in the selling process. Go ahead, play around, explore, and when you think you have found something, then what you want to do is add that idea to the pie workbook. Okay, and go ahead and open up your pie workbook. As I'm going through this, I will, and you can use the export function in Blackbox. You can save the keywords, you can save the products within your Helium10 platform. It's a whole other topic for a whole other day. I'll let your learning on Helium10 teach you about all that. But at the end of the day here, if you run through these exploring Blackbox, you're going to find some product ideas, some niche ideas. You're going to find some complementary products to existing products out there. It's really a powerful tool. You just got to be careful, because there's hundreds of thousands of other people using this tool as well. So that's why I like to think outside of the box when I'm putting my metrics in, as I introduced the idea a little while ago. Okay? All right, there you go. Now you've got a big old window into the Blackbox tool, which is going to be, you just wait. If you're already using it, cool. You already know the power of it. So I just suggest you get better at using it. You could even get better at using it than I am, right? There's certainly so much that, there's so much power in it. There's so many different ways to search in Blackbox that I'm, even searching for thousands of products, I still have not used them all. So maybe that's a challenge I'm throwing down the gauntlet there for you to use it in a different way. Maybe try some fancy search criteria out, throw in some filters, go watch the Learn videos in the Blackbox platform and see if maybe you can pick up on something new that I did not teach you in these videos. Okay? So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next lesson.